I have to keep these two from fighting.
Okay.
Never fight.
I know, I'm just teasing.
And what's the name of your team?
Golden Nuggets.
Where'd you get that name from?
Well, we got together and discussed different names, and we said, well, we're senior citizens in the golden years of our lives, so we said, well, let's just call ourselves the Golden Nuggets.
And how long have you guys been a team?
Since 2013.
Really?
We've been competing for 6 years now.
Okay. Who organizes these competitions?
Tennessee Commission on Aging.
Okay. And how many meets do you have every year, would you say?
We have one competition for the district in Johnson City usually, and about 9 teams compete.
Okay.
And we've won there the last 3 years in a row.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
When was that?
August 20th. August
Okay. So when you win, is that how you get to the state?
to the
We,
regional.
to the
The
region.
regional. Okay.
Then we had to win in Knoxville against all the other district winners.
Oh, how many? Where did you compete against in that?
There were 2 others representing the middle and southern.
Oh, okay.
And in the district competition, there are as many as 8 to 9 teams, depending on how many senior citizen centers send a team.
Okay. Well, then you won that this last
Yes,
year? Was
we
that
won
the
that.
first time you guys ever won it?
That's the
Yes.
first time we won the region, yes.
Wow. So you've been to the region 3 years in a row, and this is
Yes.
your first win.
Yes.
That must have felt pretty good.
Oh, it
Yes,
felt
it
great.
did.
Like going to the World Series.
Relief.
Yes,
But once you get to the World Series, then you want to win that one too, right?
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So where was the World Series held?
It was in Nashville.
And what was it called?
It was the state tournament.
Okay. Does that have a name like the Brain Games or?
Senior brain
Senior,
games.
right on our senior 2019 Senior Brain Game Championships.
Okay.
October 24th.
October 24th. And how many teams did you compete against?
2 others.
But each of the 3 teams had already defeated people in their district and in their region.
So you guys were the elite.
Right.
The elite
Well, we
team.
represented the east. It was
Okay.
the east, middle, and west.
Yeah.
See.
Alrighty. And so describe for me how do these competitions go?
Well, we have 4 rounds of 5 questions each. And we have a reader, and each question has a point value. The first 3 rounds go from 2 to 10 points. And we get together as a team, and they read the question, we come up with an answer and put our point value on it. And of course, if we get it right, we get the points. If we don't get the points. The last round, which is called the double down round, every point value is doubled. It goes from 4 to 20 points in the last round.
So it's not like a buzzer game.
No,
They
It's like a
do have
quiz.
timer on each question.
Okay.
45 seconds at region, but a minute at district and state.
So is it broken into categories, the different
no,
segments? Just
We
anything?
never know what they're going to
Okay.
get their questions from.
So,
Yes.
so you had 20 questions altogether.
Yes.
How many did you get?
How many did we had?
I think we missed 4 out of 20 this time. Yes. Tammy and I were looking at that yesterday.
Missed 4 out of 20?
Yes.
Well, I know having been in sports and different types of competition, you always remember where it went wrong. What were the ones that you missed?
Well, the one that was the biggest was members of Parliament, the
Yeah.
British Parliament. How many members are in the British Parliament?
How many are there?
650.
Oh, well, how would you know that?
That's what we questioned.
This isn't like that's like the British version of Trivial Pursuit has all those British questions. How would you know that stuff unless you live there?
It's totally random. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just based on general knowledge, and you never know which categories to study. So we just study a broad range of categories, and sometimes we know the answers, and sometimes we don't.
Did your opponents have to answer that same question?
Yeah, absolutely.
So did they win? Did they get it?
No,
Not that we know
Oh
of.
well, at least that got that going for you. What were some of the other 3 that you didn't get?
What's the largest island in the Canary Islands?
Which is
Tenerife.
Tenerife. I've never.
Tenerife.
Boy, man, they're hard on you.
Yes,
It gets rough in the state, don't it?
yes, they were hard questions.
Okay, and the other ones?
One of the other ones was, what is a piebald, what color is a piebald horse?
Piebald
Piebald
horse.
horse.
And what did you say?
We said
We said
black.
black and tan.
Did you say what's a piebald horse?
Well, no.
Yeah, because paints and pintos are black and white.
Yeah.
And so we thought piebald must be different, so we said black and tan.
What was it?
Black and
Black
white.
and white.
You first always go with your gut. That's what they always tell you.
But-
First, what was the other one that you guys didn't get?
What is a master glass blower called?
What is a master glass blower called?
The
Gaffer.
gaffer.
Gaffer?
Gaffer.
We couldn't
Then
think
the
of that.
limp cat.
Did you know that one?
No.
Don't
No.
know that I'd ever heard it before.
Okay.
And I've watched lots of glass blowing on PBS and
Yeah.
never heard that term mentioned.
Did you look it up afterwards and make sure they didn't trick you?
Of course.
Yes.
And it was
Oh,
right. It
of
was.
course.
It was legit.
Yeah, we look them all up.
Good ones. What were the ones that you got that you're most proud of? The hardest ones you got.
One of them is, one of them that I recall that made me feel good was, they asked, what is a segment of a polo game? I mean, you know, like horses and mallets and flying balls and, what is a segment of a
Like an
polo
inning,
tournament called?
like an inning or a quarter.
Yeah, like an inning, quarter, period.
Yeah.
And, I knew the answer to that.
What was it?
Chuckers.
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 How did you know that?
Well, the only reason I knew it was that our son lives in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
Mhm.
And we were down there visiting him one time, and we went to a bar in Mount Pleasant that was called Chuckers.
Oh.
And it had a polo thing.
So you asked
And
what
that's
the,
the only polo term I knew. So I said,
it's gotta be
"Must
Chuckers.
this."
Okay.
That's right too. What prepared coffee is named after the Hood of Monks.
Hood of Monks.
An order of monks.
Order of Monks.
I think it's the hood that goes over their
No,
head.
well,
Golly.
but that's
The only I can't think of it. What would it be?
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino. Did you guys know that, or did you just say cap?
Well,
Cap?
we knew it.
You knew it.
They knew it. I
So
knew
for
it.
your hat cap, it's got to be cappuccino.
I am in Massachusetts in 1936.
No, 1636.
1636.
Uh-huh.
Color of crimson.
The Mayflower.
No.
Harvard.
At
Oh,
first, we put Boston, and then
Yeah.
the more I sat there, they said it's a place, 1636. I said, that's Harvard. And
Yeah.
we changed it real quick and got it right.
Here's one you'll know. Ringo
Okay.
Starr's real name.
I know Starkey is his last name. Not Ben, is it? Not Ben. I can't remember his first name.
Richard.
Richard.
We got
Okay.
that one. What cat goes limp when it's picked up?
Ooh. I'm a dog person.
We didn't know that one either.
We didn't
We
know
knew
that
that
We just had 2
before.
points on it too.
Oh, okay. What was it?
Ragdoll.
Called a ragdoll.
Ragdoll. I've never heard of that.
Me
Me
either.
We had neither.
Man,
Neither had
they
the
come
other
at you
team.
out of left field in some of these, don't they?
A lot that we missed, the other teams missed too. 'Cause we
Yeah.
kind of congratulated them when it was over, and they too said, "I've never heard of a rag doll," and we didn't know the members of Parliament.
What team won?
Canary Islands.
Chester County,
Chester
From the
County.
west.
Okay.
The west region.
And what was the other one?
Lawrenceburg.
Lawrence
Okay.
County.
From middle Tennessee.
So, what was the final score? How far off were you from winning?
10 points.
10 points.
One question.
Winner
One
had
question.
128.
127.
127.
127.
Okay.
We had 117, and then the third place team had 113. So it
Okay.
was tough competition.
Well, have you given any thought to what you can do to get you up over the top next time?
Study obscure little known things.
And they'll always ask you what you haven't studied.
Yeah.
It's just, you know,
It's just
It's
like
lucky-
Jeopardy. You never know what
Yeah.
the categories are going to be.
Luck of the draw, right?
Or how deep.
Well, how do you guys practice? What is your practice regimen?
Come in here and Tammy reads us questions. We've got all kinds of Trivial Pursuit books, and
Uh-huh.
we pull trivial questions off the internet, just wherever we can find questions.
we watch Jeopardy all the time.
Yeah.
The Chase.
Watch a lot of PBS and National Geographic
I love
shows.
the Chase.
Smithsonian.
Yeah.
And we're all perpetual students. I think that's what it requires for the team. So many people don't want to be on the team because you have to be willing to do research on your own. You have to be willing to study and practice once or twice a week.
You got to have a good memory too. Good recall.
these ladies have it.
yeah.
I'm trying to keep my,
Having accomplished this feat, it's got to be a great honor and a great accomplishment, but not you didn't go all the way.
that's okay.
Does it
We're
leave a hole?
proud.
Does it leave a hole?
I'm proud.
Does it make you more ambitious for next year?
Oh, yes,
Yes,
we
we
definitely, we
are.
want to win that.
Yeah, yeah.
We want to win it all.
Right.
How many hours a week do you guys practice?
At least 1.5, but sometimes we come in twice.
We
so
come in
maybe
twice.
This is a
At least
team.
3
Yeah.
hours as a team.
Yeah,
As a team,
As a
yeah.
team.
And then of course you're on your own
Right.
watching quiz shows and things.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day. I think each of us, like I said, we're perpetual students. We want to continue learning and we want to retain what we have learned.
Mhm.
So we try to keep studying. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
Yeah. Yep.
That's why the Tennessee Commission on Aging and Disabilities started Brain Games, was to help seniors have a hobby or an effort to keep their memories, keep their minds fresh.